Hey, it's Meg Patten, and welcome to another Sport Broadcast. Today I'll be recapping the 2016 College Football Playoff National Championship between Clemson and national champion University of Alabama. For those of you who watched, you know how exciting of a game it was. But if you weren't able to tune in, here's a quick rundown of all the action. As I mentioned in a previous broadcast, Clemson entered the game with a #1 ranking and a 14-0 regular season record. But to start, Alabama running back and Heisman winner Derrick Henry made the first score of the game with a 50-yard long run up the middle of the field. Clemson scored twice more in the final 5 minutes of the first quarter, with quarterback and Heisman finalist Deshaun Watson finding Hunter Renfrow both times to put 14 points up on the board. Score 14-7 Clemson. Alabama found the end zone 5 minutes into the second quarter when defensive back and defensive MVP Eddie Jackson intercepted Clemson quarterback Watson. This key play set up the drive that ended with Derrick Henry diving 1 yard into the end zone to tie the game up. With just seconds left on the clock, Clemson was driving down the field and hoped that they'd be able to get a last-minute field goal, but Alabama blocked the 44-yard attempt by Greg Hugel in the final seconds of the half. Halftime score, 14-14. The Crimson Tide came out pumped and immediately put 7 points on the board as quarterback Jake Coker found O.J. Howard in the end zone on a drive that lasted only 53 seconds. This made the score 21-14, Alabama. Clemson fought hard to get field position but had to settle with a 37-yard field goal to cut the lead by 3. Score 21-17. 5 minutes later, Deshaun Watson marched the Tigers down the field and set up running back Wayne Gallman for a 1-yard run into the end zone. Score 24-21 Clemson. Now the fourth quarter is where things start to get really exciting. Alabama immediately put 3 more points on the scoreboard as kicker Adam Griffith scored a 33-yard field goal to tie the game up. Score 24-24. With a little more than 10 minutes left, head coach Nick Saban surprisingly called for an onside kick. With great risk comes great field position. Defensive back Marlon Humphrey was able to recover the kick at midfield, and with that, the tides turned. Bama quarterback Jake Coker found O.J. Howard on the end of a 51-yard pass that lifted Alabama over Clemson 31-24. Clemson refused to be silenced as Deshaun Watson once again led his team down the field to set up another field goal. Score 31-27 Alabama. Clemson then kicked off, and what do you know? Kenyon Drake returned the ball for 95 yards for Alabama. Score 38-27. I told you things were about to get interesting. The Tigers did not fail to disappoint as they drove down the field in a timely fashion, ending with a pass to Travis Scott from Watson. Score 38-33 Bama. Heisman running back Derrick Henry wasn't done for the night as he made yet another 1-yard run into the end zone with a minute left to play. Score 45-33. Even though the game was essentially over for the Tigers, Deshaun Watson was able to throw for 1 more touchdown, connecting with Jordan Leggett, ending one of the most exciting national championship games to date. Final score, 45-40 Alabama. Though the Tigers made a valiant effort, with Watson ending the game with 478 yards, they were unable to defeat the Southern football powerhouse. Alabama now leads the series between the two teams 13-3. The Crimson Tide now has 16 national championships to its name, with 4 of them in the last 7 years under the leadership of head coach Nick Saban. This gives Saban his 5th national championship. Talk about a dynasty. This wraps up my recap of the College Football Playoff National Championship game. Join me later this week as I preview the NFL Divisional Playoffs. Stop by sportbrah.com and subscribe to our newsletter for more information on upcoming games. Thanks for watching this sport broadcast. I'm Meg Patten. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below.